ask questions. So that's how we're going to spend about the next hour. Our moderator is Rudy Rivera, and over the last few years I've gotten to know Rudy well and consider him a good friend of mine. He's the president of our International Business Advisory Board. And through his leadership, the board has really expanded in both size and engagement with our students, with our classrooms, and they're responsible for funding many of the scholarships that provide funds for our students to travel abroad. In Rudy's spare time, when he's not helping on our International Business Advisory Board, he's regional counsel for Fidelity National Title Group. Now, to give you an idea of what that means, it's a global title insurance and verification firm. A project that he told me about at lunch just the other day was that he's been tasked with finding clear title to 300 sites within Latin America for a global mobile telephone company. So all those towers that are going to go up need to have clear title to the land. And you can imagine the complexities of securing those titles. So Rudy's going to moderate the panel. First on our panel is Turbo Sundren from Boeing. And I was thinking about this at lunch. I think it would be impossible to have a boring panel when one of the members is named Turbo. And he works for Boeing. Turbo's been a long-time member of our advisory board, and just a couple of things about Turbo. He's directed the efforts of 2,200 people in Boeing's joint venture in Saudi Arabia. He was the lead counsel in global services and supported Boeing, originally from South Africa. He has a law degree from Tulane. So please join me in welcoming Turbo. Second, we have another board member of our advisory board, Tim Nowak, is the executive director of the St. Louis World Trade Center, which is the region's foremost authority on international and regional trade, and works endlessly to help St. Louis and regional firms do business abroad. He's worked extensively in South America, Africa, Middle East, and Asia, and has been a longtime friend of our IB program. Thank you for joining us. Next, we have Tim number 2, I guess. We have Tim Hurd from Brown Shoe. Originally from the UK, Tim is in charge of everything that Brown Shoe does outside of North America. When you think about that, that's an immense responsibility. He's in charge of the markets in Europe and the markets in Asia, and especially the emerging markets in China and in India. And also at lunch I was thinking, well, India has 1 billion people, and China has 1.3 billion people. That's 2.3 billion people. That's 4.6 billion feet. That's going to be a lot of shoes. So we appreciate Tim joining our panel. Batting cleanup on our panel is the person responsible, I think, for making more children and parents happy in St. Louis than any other person in St. Louis, the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Build-A-Bear Workshops. Maxine. Maxine wasn't just satisfied with making St. Louis children happy, or even American children. She's expanded her business to 21 different countries in Asia Pacific and in Europe and in Africa. So in 21 countries, there's those machines that shoot the stuffing up a teddy bear. So please, give our attention to Rudy, and I appreciate all of your help. Let's kick off the panel.